Hi there, it's Pete Snodden. Now, I'm on my travels today because it's International Nurses Day. And if you're like me, the thought of going to hospital doesn't fill you full of happiness. And if and as and when you've got to be there, you want people to look after you. And of course, our nurses are so important because they do just that. So I'm here to find out a little bit more about what our nurses do and how significant International Nurses Day is to them. International Nurses Day is what? Just a thank you?
Well, there's always a theme attached to it, and this year the theme is Nursing a Voice to Lead. So it's an opportunity to also reinforce that our service is under pressure, it needs to change. We're doing lots of work to make that change happen, but nurses are ideally placed to lead that change. So I want to encourage them to step forward and lead the change and make it all happen.
I think nurses are absolutely phenomenal. The work they do it's just unbelievable. I myself have experienced being in and out of hospital quite a few times, and going into clinics and having nurses look after me, and they've just been so caring and so lovely, and I don't think I've ever had a bad experience with a nurse.
I seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Go on, Andrea. You sing it. Why is International Nurses Day so important?
Because nurses are amazing, and you know what, nurses, we do what we do because we love it, and if there's one day a year that we can celebrate together, that's why it's so important.
Happy!
Because I'm happy, come along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
International Nurses Day, why is it so important?
Because nursing's important. Nurses are the future. Nurses are the future of the health service. Nurses run the health service. If nurses weren't here, the health service would collapse.
Well, what's it like working as a nurse in Northern Ireland?
It's a great place. Like I said, people are very nice, and we are being supported from transitioning to the practice we learn and we do at home, and applying this in line with the local guidance and hospital policies here.
Here's the best it is, right? I've listened to this song about 10 times so far. You would think by now I'd know the words.
I'm happy if you feel like happiness is the truth.
So this is David Milligan. David was in hospital for 6 weeks. That must have felt like a year.
Yes, it was the nurses that kept you sane. They kept you right. They had a bit of banter. They poked their head round. They were the one constant. They were the ones that you got to know. The doctors came and gone. They did their things on their rounds or whatever. But the nurses were the ones that were there to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of crack.
Yeah, my aunt was a nurse, and she just inspired me to become one. And then my father, when he was ill, there used to be a district nurse who used to come in, look after, talk to people, and I thought, yeah, that's what I want to be.
Because I'm happy if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. I'm happy. Come along if you know what happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Come along if you know what happiness is to you. Because come along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
How hard do our nurses work?
Extremely hard. They work really, really, really hard, and often in very difficult circumstances. And you'll know as well that we're short of nurses in Northern Ireland, but not just Northern Ireland, across the world. So that makes it more difficult. So I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who works in the health service, but particularly the nurses and midwives on International Nurses Day.